had one of my customer in consultation telling me he was scaling, and when I said how, he said, "Oh, I'm hiring more people to do the work." No! I was like, okay, what is the difference between scale and growth? That's a great question. Scale and growth. So here's the thing. Oh, by the way, if you don't know me, my name is Riley Giles. I'm a startup advisor and investor filming from a plane. This is not a green screen. There you go. You can check it. So difference between scale and growth. I see this way too often. Too many people are making this mistake. And if you're a SaaS founder, or if you're building like an agency or a service, you want to be super cautious about scaling or growing. Here's the thing. One of my clients, before we started working together, was going into the wrong direction. He picked the wrong thing, and he ended up having to completely reboot his company, start over again. Before I give you which option he picked, let me know in the comments down below if you're able to discover what mistake he made. Did he pick the growth, or did he pick the scale, and he had to redo it again? Pause the video here and do it. So here's the story. I have this client who has an agency, and he was hiring more people so he could get more revenue. And that is growth. So for those who guessed the growth, that was growth. Essentially, growth is, in order to get more results, you want to put in more people and more resources. That's growth. So typically, agencies or consulting companies are into the growth business models. They grow the size of the company with the headcount and everything, so they can grow the revenue at the same time. And there's nothing wrong with this, but it has some drawbacks. And the drawback is, the more you grow the company, the more you have to grow the revenue, because then let's say you hire 5 new people, and those 5 new people don't have work to do, then you're paying them for nothing. So the more you grow, the more you sort of put a sword above your head, and you have to sort of increase your revenue. Otherwise, your margin is going to get thinner and thinner, up to a point where you're actually going to lose money. But at the same time, it can help you get more revenue, because you'll have more people working in, so you'll be able to serve more contracts and services, etc., etc. That's for growth. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, you have another notion that is scale, and scale is very different from growth. Scale is not growth. I'll summarize it with this. Scale is do more with less. Do more with less. And so, how can you scale? You have 3 pillars of scale. I think I made a full video about those 3 pillars, but I'm quickly going to summarize this. The three pillars of scale is standardize, automate, and make your customer work for you. So what you want to do is standardize, and so reduce the number of product and services that you're delivering, so that you're delivering less different things, so you can focus on delivering the same thing, but you can deliver it better, faster, stronger. Daft Punk music, you know the drill. The second thing that you can do is automate. And so this is by far a super powerful scale lever. And so have a look at everything that you do manually that is sort of a recurrent task, and try to see if you can put software, automation, AI, or even machinery. Could be like concrete machines that will do the work for you. And it doesn't have to be the full process. It could be just a portion of the process where you're losing time, and you can have machine or software do it for you. And then the third thing is make your customer work for you. It's funny because when I was at the airport this morning to get to this plane, they made me work for them. And so I'm gonna try to stitch like the video here, that couple. And so what happened was, I entered the airport, and then I had some luggage, so I wanted to check in the luggage. And so what happened was, I went to a place, and instead of giving my luggage to an employee, they made me, they put me in front of a machine, and I had to scan the barcode of my luggage, give them my airport, my destination, etc. And then I had to take my luggage and put it into the sort of trailer where it weighted it, and I had to do a bunch of other stuff. And so essentially all of that used to be done by employees of the company, employees of the airline, employees of the airport, etc. But now it's me as a customer who is doing the work for them. And so the great thing for them is that they can now remove employees from that aspect of the business and put them somewhere else where they can bring much more value, and at the same time they can have more people checking luggage at the same time, and get more flow going in. And so that's make your customer work for you. So that is also super powerful. If you've been to IKEA, you're assembling your own furniture. If you're going to a lot of fast foods, you are taking your platter, your empty platter to the trash. These are examples of make your customer work for you. And so fundamental difference between growth and scale. Growth is you want to increase the size of the company, the headcount, and the resources so you can generate more. So more in to get more out. And scale is you want to try to keep what's in and try to maximize what's out by leveraging software standardization and making your customer work for you. And so that's the fundamental difference between growth and scale. And I really want to emphasize on this because I see too many people saying, or they're scaling. I had one of my customers in consultation telling me he was scaling, and when I said how, he said, "Oh, I'm hiring more people to do the work." I was like, that's terrible. You look like an idiot if you say that in front of investors or people who are familiar with those notions. So now the question for you is, are you doing growth? Are you doing scale? Are you doing a little bit of both? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you have any questions you want me to answer, your business questions, your startup questions, write them in the comments down below. If you are too shy to write me your questions in the comment, if it's too private, I'll drop a form so you can fill it in. I'll get your question. I'll make a video. And then if you also want a consultation with me, or how I call it, a tea time, I'll drop a link in the description down below. So feel free to book yourself a consultation, a free consultation. And until next time, boom.